What's up, guys? This is Joey and Zakk from Sirens, here to talk about our new piece, Drones, coming out. We're going to talk about some of the thematic ideas we have for the piece. We're going to talk about some of the lyrics, and we're going to talk about how the actual music flows and relates to the lyrics. Here's Zakk.
So the basic structure of our newest work, Drone, is something called a ternary structure. So a ternary structure is most easily understood with some letters to symbolize each big textural moment, and that turns out to be ABA. And so what we do is we compound the ternary form so that we have a ternary structure inside of another ternary structure on a higher level. So we end up kind of getting roughly like 9 big thematic parts throughout the piece. But of course we haven't really followed by that because, we follow where our ears and artistic mind takes us. But this piece is really guided around the principles of the ternary structure, and we're trying to tell like a drama with theme material and text as the piece progresses. And actually, the drama in Drone is based off of an earlier work that we released that's it's actually track 1 on the Spore EP, which is Drift. And Joey will tell you a little bit more about those connections.
So basically, Drift, if you read the lyrics, the meaning is probably a little unclear. When we wrote the song, we had an idea, but we really didn't go into it specifically. I mean, we kind of just left it up to interpretation. But the idea is that in the future, humanity is able to implement technology into their bodies. So in a way, it's almost like we're cyborgs. We can become cyborgs. And with that, we're able to plug other pieces of technology, like for instance, our laptops. We just be able to plug those straight into our body, like if we had a power strip on our arm or something. And it's kind of cool because, I mean, that would also mean that we wouldn't need to eat, we wouldn't need to drink, we could just plug into the wall and recharge, And that's what basically Drift was about. It kind of details the idea that it's a disease, that somebody created like a virus, like a digital disease that could be transmitted through the power strips or whatever technology people have. And it's basically like humanity is doomed. I mean, they have this disease and they don't know what to do about it. And when you first get Drift, it just makes you like really just lazy, lethargic. I mean, you're just really like, you can't do anything and you don't want to do anything. It's addicting to like charge into the wall like that and to use that technology that way. And that's basically what Drift was about.
Yeah, so going off that idea, we kind of structured the music and the text of Drone, our new single, around the idea that we first kind of created in Drift. So Drone, like we mentioned earlier, has that ternary structure, that A, B, A. And each of those letters are marked by a drastic change in texture and timbral usage, harmonic language, rhythmic and melodic language. So really, they're very, very distinct, very different. So the first A section in Drone is characterized by very syncopated guitars, a lot of really open rhythms, sort of almost like a kind of a typical spacey metal sound. It's definitely more traditional, more in line with what we've done in the past. But it's very aggressive, and that first A section actually links up from first-person perspective from the person who actually created the drift virus. So, and throughout that A section, it kind of develops and it talks about his story while he's building it, and then his first use of it when he first executes it, and the transmission. And then it sort of details some of the effects. But then once you get into the B section, the music just completely changes to this very syncopated, open. We use a lot of acoustic guitar, gong elements, just really a lot of atmospheric sounds. And we switch to clean vocals at this part. And through this, we express the text through an idea that is from a first-person perspective of someone who has drift. And how at first it's very pleasurable, almost euphoric, like just everything is just perfect pretty much. And then throughout the use of the technology while you're addicted by drift, it becomes painful and you can't separate yourself from it. And then finally, when the piece returns or recapitulates back into the last A section, that's marked in the text by the person experiencing drift from first-hand perspective turning out to be the person who coded drift itself. And he coded it so well that he was unaware that he had contracted it. So, in the last B section, or the last A section, excuse me, discusses in the text the pain that he's suffering from drift, and then it eventually ends with him taken by his own virus.
And here's the part that we've all been waiting for. We're going to actually give you a little demo here of our new single, Drift.
I dreamt of a digital
That's sad. You can maybe turn. Yeah, we got Wiz Khalifa on that track. Did you say little John?